Hi, I'm Pallav from Just Tutors, and today we will learn how to separate various components of a mixture. So these are the points we will discuss, like how to separate components of a mixture, how to obtain colored pigment out of blue or black ink, how can we separate cream from a milk, and how can we separate mixture of two immiscible liquid. And the last point, how can we separate mixture of salt and ammonium chloride. So these all are different types of mixtures, different types of cases, so we will learn about it, how to separate. Now before we move further, I want you to try these questions. You can pause the video, try these questions, then we'll move on. These are the answers of given questions. I hope you got the correct answers. Now let's move on. So separating components of a mixture. First of all, why do we need that? Is it important? Yes, it is. Sometimes we need to study separately, and sometimes we need to isolate these. Now, we may use different techniques for separating the different components of mixtures. If we talk about physical techniques, we have sieving, hand picking, filtration, fractional distillation, sublimation. These are some techniques with which we can separate the components of mixtures. We'll talk about it more. Let's move on. So one by one. The first point was, how can we get the colored component from blue black ink? If we talk about ink, ink is a mixture of water and dye. So how can we separate the dye from that ink solution? So we can use the evaporation technique. So by the figure we can understand it. This is a beaker in which we have water, and on water we have a watch glass. On this watch glass we have put few drops of ink. We are not, and then we have a burner under it. So we will not heat the ink directly. We are heating the ink with the help of vapors in the vapors of water which is in the beaker. So as we heat the water vapors will heat the watch glass, and the water in the ink starts evaporating. And after some time, when the water will evaporate, whole water will evaporate, we are left with the ink, or we can say dye. So basically this method is used when we have a solution of non-volatile solute with a volatile solvent. So basically when we have a solution of volatile and the non-volatile things, we can use this technique to separate. Now we have another question, how can we separate cream from milk? So the technique which is used here is called centrifugation. Centrifugation. So the principle for this centrifugation technique is that when we spin the solution fast, the denser particles are forced to the bottom and the lighter particle stay at the top. So in order to separate cream from milk, we spin the milk rapidly, and due to the centrifugal force, the denser particle, the fat, the cream, will be forced to the bottom or the center. And this process is used when the solid particles in the liquid are very small. We cannot pass through that filter paper. So it's like if we want to filter the milk with the filter paper, we'll not find anything on the filter paper, we'll not find any solid particle on the filter paper after filtration. So in that case we can use centrifugation. So this technique is used in dairies to get cream from the milk. Now how can we separate mixture of two immiscible liquids? So we are talking about the mixture in which two liquids does not dissolve in each other. So, or we can say when two liquids do not mix. So immiscible liquids don't mix, so they form separate layer. This funnel is called separating funnel. We use that to separate immiscible liquids. We put the mixture in this funnel, and and leave it undisturbed. So after some time we will see there would be there will be some separate layers. So in this case we have kerosene, the mixture of kerosene oil and water. So we see that after some time the layer of kerosene oil is made on the top of the water because it is lighter than water. And then we have stopcock, we'll open it, we'll collect the water, and we are left with kerosene oil. So we can use this technique when we have the mixture of two immiscible liquids. And then one more question, how can we separate mixture of salt and ammonium chloride? So for this we use sublimation process. Well, the process in which a solid directly converts into the gas is called sublimation, and ammonium chloride directly changes into gaseous state from solid when heated. So we use that process in it. Now we have salt and ammonium chloride, mixture of salt and ammonium chloride. So what is the difference between these? Ammonium chloride can convert to gas directly from solid, but salt cannot. So when we heat the mixture, the ammonium chloride will be converted to gas and salt will be left behind. So in that case we can separate this mixture with the help of sublimation process. And this method, this process is used in case when one constituent is sublime but the other one is not. So it was sublimation process. Now these are some practice questions. You can pause the video, try these questions, then we'll move on. Well, these are the answers of given questions. I hope you got the correct answers again. So thanks for watching this video. For more you can visit justtutors.com. Thank you.